Hi, I'm Emma, one of the oncology support specialists at Force, and we're really excited to be welcoming you back to the centre. And what we thought might be useful is if we just did a guided tour so that you knew what to expect when you arrived. So for example, we'll be using one entrance. When you perhaps do a drop-in appointment, you might meet with one of the nurses, equally for the counselling sessions. And then we'd like to show you the different entrances that we'd ask you to use when you're attending a group session. So here we go, let's have a look around. So firstly, let's take you down to the main entrance. So you'll follow the path around and it bears round to the left, and it'll be obvious as you come to the main entrance. So this is the main entrance that you will come to for appointments, where you will be greeted and welcomed by a member of staff or a volunteer, and they will then guide you through the next process to enter the building. When you arrive for a group session, so that might be for physiotherapists with Louise, or one of the other group sessions that we're offering here, look out for some new ones that are coming. This is the entrance that we'd ask you to use, so it's not one you're familiar to using. It's coming through the staff gate and then bearing off to the left and following the path around. We will put signs out to guide you. So this is the entrance that we'll be using for various groups. So for example, you'll come to this door when you meet with Louise Gallagher for the physiotherapy and exercise groups. Equally, it'll be used for the relaxation and anxiety management, mindfulness, and in time coffee sessions that we will be offering. So you'll see at the moment there's a sign on the door that says staff only. Please don't be put off by that, because we will have a member of our team greeting you here at this door. And they will then take you through. You'll see through the glass door a second door that takes you into the big room that you'll be seated in. This is another entrance that we'll be using. It's actually known as Beach, one of the rooms in the centre for group sessions. So again, it might be for any of the groups that we run here at the centre. At times it might be run for exercise, relaxation, mindfulness, and as I say, some of the coffee support sessions that we'll be offering in the future. You'll be greeted at the door and taken straight into the room and then guided about what we'll be doing next. So just to talk you through what we expect when you arrive for an appointment. So we do ask that you wear a mask. We are aware there are some exceptions to that rule, that you may not be able to wear a mask, or perhaps will be wearing a visor, and that's absolutely okay. We do ask that you could let us know if that is the case. When you arrive at each of the doors, the three entrances that I've shown you, there will be hand gel for you to clean your hands thoroughly. We will also ask some quick screening questions just to check that nothing has changed since we spoke to you on the phone or via email, just asking that you don't have a temperature, that you haven't got a consistent cough, or that you have maybe perhaps had loss of taste or smell. The differences in the doorways being that when you come to the main entrance, there will be a doorbell, and we ask that you ring that and a member of staff will come and greet you. When we're expecting groups, when we're using the other two doorways, there will be a member of the team greeting you, so there will not be a doorbell, the door will be open. So we've taken measures to make your visit to the centre as safe as possible, hence why some of the things have been put in place with the lock door and the doorbell system for you to gain entrance. When you do come in through, there'll be a member of staff to greet you. They will be wearing a mask, and they will just ask the questions that we've mentioned before, and there will be the backup of a mask to offer you if you've forgotten to bring yours, because we've all done that at times over the last few months, and I think that's only natural. And we will ask you to clean your hands at this stage. They will then take you through into the main area and guide you what will happen next. We would also ask that if you need to use the toilet during your visit, that you ask a member of staff, because we are making sure that they're cleaned down after each use, and this is with your safety in mind. So this is the area that you'll be brought through into. This is the reception area at the centre, and we will ask you to take a seat, most likely in one of the bistro chairs. If you do find that they're uncomfortable, or due to various different ailments they don't suit you, please do let us know and we'll set you up in a soft chair, but it might be that we need to put a cover or something over it first before you sit there. Again, it's another safety measure that we're putting in place. At this stage you will be offered a drink, either a hot drink or a cup of water by a member of the staff. Whilst you are sat in this area, we do ask that you keep your face mask on, and it will be clear, you'll be guided by one of us when the timing is okay if you take your mask off. So when one of the members of the team come to greet you, so you might be meeting with one of the counsellors or perhaps one of the information nurses, from this stage they will guide you through into the next room that they'll be supporting you in. So for example, if it's one of the nurses, you'll be taking into the library or into the conservatory behind us here. The entrance to the conservatory will actually be along the corridor. If you're meeting with one of the counsellors, they will take you through this door and into one of the quiet rooms, and at that stage you'll be guided about whether you can take your mask off or not. So when one of the counselling team come to greet you, they will be wearing a mask and a visor. We'll bring you down into the room, make yourself comfortable. After you've sat down, we will invite you to take your mask off. The counsellor will remove their mask, but they will keep the visor on for the duration of the session. You'll notice that there are mats on the table, so we ask that you put your drinks on the mats, and we make sure that when we do the clean down after each session that they are sanitised. You'll see that there's a packet of tissues that are for your use only, and we ask you to take them away with you if you do decide that you need them. And there's also sanitizer for your hands on the table. You'll notice that the seat that you'll be sat on has a sheet covering, and again this is to following government guidelines in order to keep you safe. So after each session that will be removed and washed at a high temperature of 70 degrees. And during the sessions we also make sure that we sanitize and wipe down all touch points. So for example, that would be light switches, door handles, window handles. And also during the session you'll notice that it might feel a bit cooler at times with the winter coming, but we do have to open 2 windows to create ventilation in the room for you. So something we're really aware of at the moment is the world is changing all the time, and we're having to adapt and make changes, and that can be quite overwhelming at times. But we just want to really reassure you that we're aware that we've made changes, that the centre might feel different when you arrive, but the welcome that you'll get and the service that you'll get will not change, and that we're really excited and ready to give you a warm welcome when you arrive at the centre. So I think the main thing that you need to be thinking about when you arrive is that you're wearing your mask, that you anti-bac your hands, and then leave it to us to guide you through the rest. So we will make sure that there's somebody with you when you enter the building and walk through, and there will also be somebody there to guide you when you're here. And please don't worry about asking any questions, and be reassured there are no silly questions. We'd rather you asked than worried about it, so please feel that you can. So if you have any questions right up to the even an hour before your appointment, please feel that you can call 01392 406151 or 01392 402086. If you do get the answer machine, please do leave a message, because we will call you back as soon as we possibly can. Here at Force, we're all really aware of the impact that cancer can have on the patient and the whole family and the people going alongside. And we just can't imagine how much more difficult it is having the added pressure with the virus and all that goes with that at the moment. Things are changing, and it can also feel that support is not as accessible as it used to be. And we want to reassure you that we absolutely are still here for you. We are open. We're able to adapt how we support you, so if you don't feel comfortable coming into the centre, we absolutely appreciate and respect that, and we would like to work out another way of supporting you. So don't forget that we're doing telephone support, and we're also doing support via video media, so it might be Zoom, WhatsApp. Please get in touch with us and we will adapt. We're even adapting our support via email for some people that find that helpful. So contact us. If we haven't thought of it, we'd really love to hear what you might think can be helpful for you, and if we can, we will. Wishing you all the very best, and hopefully look forward to seeing you or hearing from you soon.